Hi, this is Beth Brockett with the Brockett Homes team at Rule and Rule Realtors. And it's been a little while since we checked in, so I wanted to do that today. I have a couple of topics I want to share with you. I think I had talked before that my book I'm working on right now is the Book of Beautiful Questions. And so far it's been really intriguing and great. Good for, making personal decisions, some questions to ask yourself, and also talks about creativity, which is my next section I'm going to be getting into, which I'm really curious about and interested to see how that goes. And then it also talks about questions and how that helps with leadership and relationships. And so it's just a really neat book and good for us all to be a little more thoughtful about how we go about our world versus, rushing to decisions or not getting anywhere and being stuck. And sometimes of the things that we're dealing with right now, there's so many struggles that it's easy to get stuck. So maybe a book like that could help you too. If you are reading it or want to chat about it, I'd love to talk with you about it. So let me know. I am cognizant of it seems like in my world, so many more people recently have been getting COVID, some very mild symptoms, and I've lost a lot of good folk that have been very important in my life, mentors and second mothers and people that we have just loved and cared for. And so sorry for any of you who have lost family members who are just struggling with it. I understand for a lot of people the rehab and getting back to health has been challenging and can be some significant changes for a person. So just love out to all of you and praying that we get beyond this, but stay safe and do what you can to be healthy. In that regard, I've kind of come up with, we just really need accountability partners when we're trying to make changes in our life or trying to stick with things that are hard. And so one of the things that was kind of a little reward for some of the changes I've made this year is my new Fitbit. So I was struggling with, do I want that? Do I want the Apple Watch? Because we're Apple people here. But the Fitbit worked well with my other accountability partner, which is MyFitnessPal. And those two things, I use MyFitnessPal to track my food. I think I could do that on Fitbit too. But MyFitnessPal has just everything Hy-Vee sells, so many of, maybe prepared foods or whatever, and just so many things that makes it so easy for me. So I stick with MyFitnessPal, and it hooks up with Fitbit, so that's really great. And it's been fun to kind of track sleeping. That was kind of been interesting. And the other thing it's really done, I remember at the beginning of the year when I was starting this journey, to get to 2,000 steps in a day was like, woohoo! I thought, 10,000 steps, don't worry about it. It's impossible. Just don't even go there, which was a good way to start out because that's kind of where I was at. But the Fitbit is getting me to just move. I already got my treadmilling going on, so that gets me halfway there or over halfway there. And then just moving every hour, to some degree, get up and have movement. I think that sometimes that's all we can ask for. It really makes a big difference. So I have been doing that because of Fitbit. So a couple of fun things with that. And if you have stories about that, again, love to hear about it. Real estate related couple things. I wanted to let you know, anybody who has a home that was built between about 1940-ish, kind of World War II-ish, and early 1970s, you may have, especially if you're in the Cedar Rapids area, you may have Orangeburg sewer line. Interestingly, Orangeburg looks black when it's when you take a scope down into it, but it's really a paper tar product. So during the war, you know, steel, iron, all that kind of stuff, short supply. So they went to this. It was supposed to be very durable, but it's eventually going to crash. It's eventually going to cave. And so we have seen a lot of times when we've got sellers, all of a sudden the buyer does a sewer scope and it's collapsed or it's, you know, in bad shape, and now they're asking to have Orangeburg replaced, and it is not cheap. So you're talking $1,000 to $6,000 I've seen. I don't know, it could be worse than that, but that's kind of the max that I've seen. But it's expensive. And you can now get insurance, an insurance writer. I've heard that it's around $30 a year, so very, very affordable, and really could help you out if you have a home in that time period in an area where you know Orangeburg was used a lot. So not every home has Orangeburg. One way we check is check with the city to ask them if there's been sewer replacement permits. Another way is if there's been a lot of replacements in the neighborhood, that could indicate that there's a possibility of Orangeburg. So, and obviously a sewer scope will tell you for sure what you have. So anyway, $30 writer, it might be worth your while if you've got a house in that 1940s, 1970s kind of time frame. So, and then I guess the other thing that's kind of news, you're going to get probably more, if you're on our mailing list, more information about this, but we are celebrating 2010, September. I started in real estate, and so, you know, we've finished our working, I guess we're in our 10th year, and that's kind of exciting. And so in part of that, we've updated photos. Some of you have seen those, and we have revamped the website. So rockethomes.com is undergoing that revamp, and we have made it more mobile friendly. So hopefully you'll find that helpful. There's a lot of video on it as well, and so hopefully that will be nice for you. Think of it as a place, a resource, a real estate resource for you. So you may not be buying, you may not be selling, but there is a lot of information about real estate on it. If you are considering buying or selling, there's a lot of good information. If you happen to see this and you don't know us, it will tell you a lot about us, give you testimonials, and a place to search for property too. So look for that. We're going to be sending out a postcard soon, and it will announce that we are ready to go and ready to release. So we're excited about that, and hopefully love to hear anything that you feel like has been good about the website, you don't like. You know, I don't use it as necessarily lead generation like a lot of real estate websites are. Certainly you can contact us and that kind of thing through the website, but it really is a resource for our fans, our family, friends, clients, and people who are interested in us and wanting to know more about us. So it is a great resource, and we would love to hear ways that it might be better for you, things that we could do differently or change, experience it. And if you love it, that'd be great to know too. If you hate it, I guess that would be good to know too. So anyway, that's coming, and we've appreciated all your love and support over these 10 years, and it's been super great for us, and we love what we do. So thanks so much. Enjoy this wonderful season of Advent that has started. It will be different, I'm sure, this year, but hey, here's one thing that hasn't changed, why we celebrate, and we don't celebrate because of family. No, we don't. We don't celebrate because we get together with family. Nope. Not for toys or candy or good food, but it really is the birth of Christ and his saving grace. And I wish that for you. If you have questions or wonder more about that, I'm happy to talk with you about it. But it's been a joy in my life, and it's offered to all. So happy season. If it's not your faith, you know, I respect that. But that is what Christmas is all about. So that's what we're celebrating, and there's ways to do that in this crazy, crazy time that we have. Maybe it'll be a nice change for us all, and we'll find out that having a quiet time for Christmas might be really a really awesome way to celebrate. So I hope you find ways to enjoy the season, and of course it is great to be able to love and share that with family and friends. So do so safely, take care of yourselves, and we'll talk with you soon.